Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Boy District. Let me just double check that we're actually recording. All right, cool. For some reason, I didn't trust that. But anyway, yeah, it's been a while. Again, we do this podcast like once a year. We make it extra special, and
Yeah, I've gotten married since our last iteration.
yeah, I've actually had a couple of kids myself. I'm not married. I just kind of roll on that Nick Cannon lifestyle, I guess, or I just sort of try to Genghis Khan my way around the world and do as much populating as I can. It's kind of like I almost feel like it's my duty as
I
a
read I read a Reddit story one time about a guy who was like, yeah, I went on a bender with my buddies and I got three chicks pregnant over the course of like a long weekend or something like that. Like he went out and he had like three different three different fucking like what are those called? Hookups, I guess, like one night stands with random women in Las Vegas with his buddies, and he got all three of them pregnant, like paternity tested. He was telling the story like years later. And what was really funny about it is it kind of had a wholesome ending. He was like, "Yeah, I married one of those chicks, and we're all good co-parents with all three of our kids." And I was like, goddamn. Like, fuck yeah, man. Imagine having that happen to you, but then it turns out to be like the best thing in your life. Because that's the way he described it at the end. He was like, I wouldn't have it any other way.
fuck. Could you imagine every time you have sex, a chick gets pregnant?
Yeah, dude, like
Might do.
imagine if evolution was like 10 times more efficient at what it was, and sex was just like 100% guaranteed to give you a child.
My cousin has the exact problem that this guy had, where he just cannot fuck without a chick getting pregnant. He just cannot.
Foster, or what? I
Yes.
didn't mean to just name drop your cousin. My bad.
Yes, that one. I don't know why I'm just why I sound like I'm like yeah that one. Like I've disowned him in the past or anything. No, we're still we're still
If you
tight. But yeah, this dude like Jesus Christ. If they ever need to like send a crew to Mars to just populate the shit out of our first colony, he should be on the list of dudes that they send. And then they wouldn't even really need to send that many women. They would just need to send like a few hundred very resilient women who could give lots of birth, like Amish style. And then they could easily form a colony up there so quickly. It would grow quicker than Deadwood during the Black Hills Gold Rush.
I've so I think instead of doing that, what they should do is they should just send like one guy, but he's a cloning scientist and he just clones himself
I thought you were gonna
over
say
and over.
they should just send one guy, but he's basically Duke Nukem, and he just gets so much pussy, he's unstoppable up there.
Well, Codeman, well, Mr. Brash, well, Gatorade. Let me ask you this.
Gatorade,
There's a
huh?
topic. There's a yeah. I was holding a Gatorade. That's why I had to pee earlier, is because I drank it earlier, but I wanted it to feel included in the conversation. But so I watched a video from a channel called Watcher the other day about the chupacabra. Now, have you heard of this?
Yeah, it's the isn't it? It's just
It
like
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm not going to talk about the chupacabra. What I want to talk about is the Mandela effect I experienced while watching this video. Because when you think chupacabra, you think Mexico, right?
oh my god, I already hate where this is going. But yes.
You think Mexico, right?
Yes. I think of like I think like Juarez.
Dude, yeah, that's what the fuck. That was literally that was what I was gonna say next. More specifically, fucking Juarez and out the outskirts of Chihuahua and shit, where there's like farms and stuff, I guess. No, bro.
I don't even know what the twist is yet and my brain is already breaking.
Did you like my little bait and switch earlier where I got you to start answering a question that didn't matter so I could interrupt you?
I don't even remember that. That's how broken my brain is.
But no, when you think chupacabra, you think of Mexico. This shit, the fucking chupacabra the like legend of it, it originates in America, bro, Puerto Rico.
Oh fuck. I don't know
right?
why, but I thought you were gonna say Mexico anyway. After all that like hype and buildup, I thought you
No,
were gonna
it's like
say, "You think Mexico, right? It originated in Mexico." And I don't know why, but I just like I was so ready to just die at that.
no, no, no. So the reason this is such a big deal to me is because when I was a fucking kid, I was like a supernatural, like ghost, monsters, Bigfoot nerd, you know? And fucking, I don't know. I've just always thought the Chupacabra legend came from Mexico, and everybody I've asked, like, I didn't even have this on my topic list. I've just been asking everybody I know since I saw this video, and half of the people say, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And other half of the people are like, "Yeah, no, that's from Mexico." And I even had a couple Mexicans tell me that, and so I was like, So I looked into it, like, did my own research, and yeah, it didn't like it spread across the Spanish speaking world, but after 2 decades of being kind of Puerto Rico's legend. But I always read that that originated in Mexico, and I've been experiencing a lot of fucking Mandela effects lately, bro. Like a lot of them, where I'll just be like, yeah, that's not right, and you feel gaslit by the universe.
I got Mandela recently, and I can't remember what it was, but I remember telling you about it. So I'm going into our fucking Facebook conversation, and I'm just gonna search Mandela, and I'm gonna see if I can fucking locate this thing. Oh, really? It was just the Bernstein versus Berenstein Bears thing? Yeah, that's true. That does still
I
fuck with
mean,
me, though. That
that
really
does
fucks
still
with
fuck
me.
with me. Yeah, that does still fuck with. We're like the 12 millionth people to talk about the fucking Mandela effect. Like everybody and their mom has talked about the Mandela effect.
It's
But
so like that one's weird because
especially
it affected like everybody. Like everyone on the
dude,
planet was just unanimously like, okay, well, I guess we
wait,
just sort of shifted dimensions at one point.
let me fucking look up what's the author of the Berenstain Bears name?
Oh, I can't remember. Uh,
Uh,
B. B. Bear Berenstein. That'd be hilarious.
dude, oh my god, it's getting Cody, it's I almost called you Chase because I'm but Cody, it's going deeper. Fucking oh my god, this is actually blowing my mind. I was gonna be like, well, what did the original author weigh in? A, the photos are in very grainy, old black and white, so I'm just gonna assume they're long dead. Oh, um, no, yeah, they're dead. Um, so they didn't get a chance to weigh in on this. But guess what their names were?
What?
Stan and Jan Berenstain. So
I. That's. I can't support that. That's not the world I was raised in. That's not where I came from. I stand with. I fight for the rights of every man on that. Call me Hulk Hogan. That's some spooky bullshit. So, um, they're making a Minecraft movie that it's gonna have like Jason Momoa and
no,
some other
no, they're
people in it.
not because didn't you just say the other day that you're like look on the lookout for the Minecraft movie? They are making the Minecraft movie. They're making the Minecraft movie. Yep.
They are, did you just look it up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't
so
you predict that like a week ago? Or
well,
was that someone else?
no, I had already heard about it, but that I made a prediction. I think that this Minecraft movie is gonna be the exact same as the Mario movie in the sense that like people are gonna actually like it. And when it comes out, people are gonna say shit like, "Huh, this movie was actually surprisingly fun for a Minecraft movie." Just like
So,
they did with
so
the Mario movie.
I I can kind of add on to that because the cast is already looking stupid, kind of like the Mario movie did initially. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Let's play a quick little trivia game or a quick little guess game. What are the top? What are the two main stars that have been cast in the Minecraft movie already that come up when you search it on Google?
Uh, shit. The only person I know of in this movie is Jason Momoa.
Okay, yeah, you got one.
Just,
But guess what the other one is?
um, Charlie Day.
No, but
Jeff
he
Bridges.
does. No, no, no. You
I
were
don't know.
closer on with what you were closer on with Charlie Day. He has similar squirrel little man energy, but he's much older. So what would you think an older version of Charlie Day would be, or the closest thing to that?
Ah, fuck. I'm gonna feel like an idiot when I get the real answer. Um, why do I want to say Mark Wahlberg? That's totally not right, but him
No,
being in the
you kind of
Minecraft
went.
movies
Think
makes sense.
I'm gonna just because this is actually kind of fun and it's filling up time. I'm gonna give you one more guess, but I'm gonna give you one more hint. You went in the like he even has the same body type as Charlie Day. I would wager they're the same height. He is literally just older Charlie Day in that he plays stupid fucking idiots with high pitched voices.
uh, man,
Closest.
I'm
Go
thinking
ahead, go
of,
ahead.
I'm thinking of a bunch of people whose like faces I can think of, but not names. Um, yeah, I can't think of them.
The girls. Steve Carell.
Ah, Steve Carell. Yeah, fuck. I wish I would have
That's
guessed.
kind of true. That's kind of true, though, right? Like he's almost like an older version of Charlie Day. They kind of fill a similar niche, just in different ages.
Oh, I remember reading somewhere on Twitter that Bryan Cranston is supposed to voice the Nether Dragon, and a lot of people were like going crazy about that because I guess according to the lore of Minecraft, the Nether Dragon is supposed to be female, but it's also like a dragon, so like shit.
And also, who gives a shit about Minecraft? Well,
Who who who's in the market for some sexy dragons? Unless you're are these the types
didn't
of
you just
guys that
compare
like
Phil with Shrek?
you
Wasn't that
Shrek?
kind of yeah? Wasn't that kind of a sexy dragon?
That is exactly where I was going with that. I was like, we have like actual like real life Eddie Murphy in chat or Donkey trying to fuck dragons. I'm sure there's got to be some kind of crazy game on Steam where you can fuck a dragon or like one of those text-based romance games. I played one of those on my PS4 where I don't even remember what it was called, but you played as a pigeon going to a high school with a bunch of other pigeons. And I didn't make it that far through the game, but honestly, it was pretty hilarious. It was like Pigeon Dating Simulator or something.
Fucking, that's so weird. Why are there so many weird mobile games and like just things like that?
I don't know. There's also like a Joe Biden dating simulator one of these days. Holy shit, we could actually like play that, I bet. Like it's literally a text-based fucking click the forward button and things happen type of game. It's not like there's like no system
I'm looking it
requirements.
up right now. Love Joe Biden, the Joe Biden dating simulator.
Yep, I know at one point you can like eat ice cream with him, and then he's like, "Do you like ice cream?" And then one of the dialogue choices is just yelling ice cream really enthusiastically. And then if you say that, he does it back, and then he's like, "We ought to be able to eat ice cream like this more often."
Well, I bought it, so we're gonna play it.
Holy shit, that was no hesitation. We don't fuck
You made
around.
yourself, bro. Neither of us have any topics. You want to know what my topic list says? Fucking Jedi Survivor, which I do want to talk about at some point. My other suggestion was more "Am I the asshole?" browsing, and then the third topic that I came up with is "How do you BBD?" question mark.
Let's take a look behind the studio curtain. How we do it here.
Yeah, I was gonna make up a really elaborate story about like we have a producer and I was gonna give him a name, and you know how every YouTuber has a British producer for some reason?
Yeah,
Like every editor or not producer, editor.
that's
Like
a
have
good
you noticed
idea.
that?
That's a good idea. We should
Like
actually just introduce a completely fake editor and give him a stupid name like Mr.
well,
Bones or something.
I mean that'd be kind of an insult to our real editor, Brian, who's like a really good guy. He just has really crooked teeth and a lot of stab wounds. Because he's British, you see.
He hangs out at the Salty Spittoon a lot.
Dude, the
he's got one of
reviews
those like upside down heart tattoos that says "mom" on his bicep.
the reviews for Joe Biden Dating Simulator are apparently overwhelmingly positive.
Wasn't that wholesome? I wonder if Joe Biden gets like paid any royalties for that.
Nah, you'd have to trademark his name.
Sleepy Joe falls again, baby. What do you think would be like the best name for a book about being gay? Because I was thinking about it and I was just like, The Long and Hard of It. A book about being gay. By Cody Brankin. And I could sell so many copies with that, dude. And throughout the entirety of the book, I wouldn't even need to mention that I'm not actually gay. And people would eat it up. I could literally use ChatGPT to just type out whole chapters.
Well, it apparently installed, but I literally can't find it anywhere on my computer. Oh, there it is.
It's in the Biden index.
I
Alright.
wonder how hard it would be for me to share my screen with you so you could see what's happening.
Oh yeah, what else? Oh yeah, Resident Evil 4. I guess I was gonna briefly talk about that. This is kind of old news at this point, but I really enjoyed the Resident Evil 4 remake. I think it definitely did justice to the original. Super, super good. Very fun. And it was hard at certain points. There were some parts of that game that were actually pretty hard. So I I guess I appreciate them not. I mean, I don't know. The original game was a lot harder, I think, but I'm glad that they didn't just get rid of all the difficulty and casualize it. But it was fun. Ashley still she's, still a pansy, but at the end of the day, it's kind of hard to hate Ashley. It's hard until she gets grabbed and carried away for like the zillionth time and you're just like, this bitch does not know how to use her fucking legs to walk in the opposite direction of danger. It's really that easy. Here is something you don't understand. How I could just kill a man. Was that a good segue?
No, no. Are you ready to play
No.
Love Joe Biden?
This
The
show
Joe
sucks.
Biden Dating Simulator.
Yes, here we go. I'm in.
Should I try to share my screen with you, or should we just not even fuck with that? I don't even want to fuck with that, honestly. Okay, what's our name?
Um,
Cody, because it's a combo of Chase and Cody.
yeah.
The resigned, yeah. Cody's along for the ride today, everybody. I've got mad energy.
What was that? What was I gonna
It
say?
says, okay, Dear Diary, today is the big day. I haven't even been in Delaware for a week, and I'm already starting my new job as a caretaker at the elderly home. I really hope
It would take place in a fucking elderly home.
Sleepy Joe.
So
I
is this
really
like,
hope
is
they
this
can
after
call.
his presidency?
I don't know. Just to paint you a picture of what's happening on the screen right now, it's just a window. Like it's just a first person view of looking out the window. I'm gonna try to stream it to you at the lowest frame rate. Can you see that?
Yes. I really hope to make a positive impact on this place. I've heard bad reviews from some of the elderly there. Do elderly reviews matter? I mean,
Yeah, and furthermore, do elderly lives matter?
is Tony Soprano's mom staying in this place?
No,
It's a
but
retirement community.
I'm guessing Joe Biden will. I really hope to make a positive impact on this place. I've heard bad reviews from some of the elderly there as well as their loved ones. At least those who have loved ones, dot, dot, dot.
I've been to an elderly home in real life, and they are just as depressing, if not more so, than they are portrayed on TV.
Oh, yeah, I'll never put my parents in one if I can help it.
Me neither. I would sooner see them dead.
My goal here is to provide the best care possible to our esteemed elderly citizens. This is very weird. Or make sure none of them spend their last days without a friend. Which one do you think?
I guess B. There's really no negative option there, so we'll just keep
Yes,
it.
it's one of those pick your own adventure games where all of the answers are can feasibly lead to the same result, so you don't have to decode multiple pathways. When I
Well,
was young, I was really close with my grandma. We would bake together and watch television together. Eventually, though, she was too old, even for those activities.
when you get too old to watch TV. Sorry, Grandma. You're past the
You
age
get,
limit on this. She too old to play with
yeah.
Legos too, because like you can't play with Legos once you get past 99.
It's really weird that that's the official age for Legos.
Can you imagine being old as shit and you're trying to buy some Legos and like the
And that
guy at
Target
Target
cash.
like IDs you?
Hold on, sucker.
You're like, sorry, ma'am, you're looking a little past your prime. Can I see some identification?
This is kind of spinning off of that. Like, what if there was, like, you know how there's a minimum drinking age?
Yeah.
What if there was a maximum drinking age where it's like, okay, you should have kids by now. You're like 35, stop drinking.
What if there was some kind of like dystopian society where the drinking age was like 21 and then the cutoff was 23? So you have like 2 years to get like all your drinking in, and then society's just like, all right, straight lace, motherfucker. It's the law.
Oh, I already read this. So I took care of her. I took care of my grandma every day, and it was the most fulfilling way I could have spent my time. When does Joe Biden factor into this? Are we just setting up backstory for ourselves here? Like, is this the player character's backstory? And he's
Yeah.
like, I gained a profound respect for America's elderly, not the world's elderly, mind you, but just America's. And after she passed away, I decided that becoming a caretaker for the elderly was the job for me. So it took us 10 slides to get to why this person decided to be a nurse when it could have just been one day I went to college. I got a degree in nursing.
I liked my grandma.
And you could have still thrown in like a couple unnecessary details in one slide. Like, also, she couldn't watch TV because that was some. Oh, look at the time. I have to get going before I'm late to work.
Uh-oh, can't be
Cody,
late.
I forgot that was our name.
Dude, that was my Mexican nickname in middle school.
Dude, it's our shit name. Hello?
Who the fuck's this? Alright. It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those games.
Wait, can the viewers see what we're looking at right now?
Yep.
Okay, so I don't have to explain that out of nowhere, a very anthropomorphized,
Blide. It's Blide the half-wolven from Elden Ring.
oh, oh,
What are you
you're
doing
the
here?
new caretaker? Listen, the only thing you need to know about this place is that it sucks.
Oh, come on, Jeremy.
You might start here look at his kind eyes and gorgeous smile. I thought he was gonna be a fucking good guy. Jeremy. Oh, well, anyway, you might start here thinking you're gonna change things, but trust me, you won't. I can change him.
I
I can
won't
change.
allow it.
Okay, I really wasn't expecting this. This is still throwing me for a loop. Like, where's Joe Biden? And take my advice when I tell you, stay out of my way and let me do things the way I like. Ooh, this guy's he's a bit of a dom. He's a bit of a top.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Gotcha.
We're
So what do we
playing
do here?
we're playing as a woman named Chody. Is there anything more unattractive?
Well, so here's the other thing is this was billed as a choose your own adventure game. So far we have had one choice that didn't have a difference. Um And I've just been pressing enter the whole time to go to the next slide. Well, you missed breakfast, so there is a real so okay. So there really isn't anything to do now.
Really
I'm
isn't
sorry,
any Riz.
Jeremy's throwing all the riz at me, and I'm kind of blushing and I'm a little sweaty. Go meet some of the old people or sit around until it's time for lunch. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, see, I can change him. I can make him care about us. I'll add you to our work group chat so we can communicate. Oh, he's gonna give
That
me his
sounds
number.
just so gay. A work group chat.
You don't have a work group chat, really?
I've been in those before, and it's always just front of house people being like, "Yo, who's trying to fuck?" And it's like, "Yo, you the ugliest bitch this side of the block. None of
Uh,
us."
my at my work, we actually have like a group chat that we use for like everyday work because it's like a lot easier to just go in the group chat and be like, "Hey, Jeremy, like, can you do this real quick?" instead of walking all the way across the office. Jeremy W added Chody to the group.
Oh, here's the
Here's
new
the new
person.
person. Wave. All right. Anyways, I handle the medication around here. Jesus Christ. So don't even worry. This guy should not be in charge of the medication. So don't even worry about it. I guess now that you're here, you can give the sponge baths or something. Yeah.
Nice, cool, dude. Thank you
When did the
for.
choices come in?
I don't think we get those.
There was a typo, I guess. FG didn't even ask for my name. I only wish his. I only know his because of the group chat. Oh, okay. Jeremy.
I swear he
Okay, I guess
introduced
our
himself.
character canonically is into Jeremy. Okay, should we play games on our phone or go to the common area to meet some other? I feel like I want to meet Joe Biden, so let's go to the common area,
I
right?
know, where the fuck is Joe Biden? Hurry, game. I'm getting sweaty here.
Where is Joe? Why are they holding Joe's reveal for like the second to last episode? Suzine. Well, hello there. Hey, I'm Chody. It's my first day, as you can probably tell. What's your name? I'm Suzine. It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you too, Suzine. What the fuck kind of name is Suzine? Oh, you're so sweet. You're so much nicer than Jeremy. God, it only took like two sentences for her to be
Jesus, dude.
like, I guess Jeremy is just like an elder abuser.
Jeremy just
Well,
sounds like that Ben
wait.
Stiller character in Happy Gilmore. He's like secretly beating the shit out of all these old ladies and forcing them to knit.
Let me backtrack a little bit here. This is a perfectly human woman, like an anime human woman, but a human woman nonetheless. Why the fuck was Jeremy a dog?
I That's a good question. If I had to guess, I would say maybe this is like the Family Guy universe or something, where some dogs just so happen to talk and do adult shit and have sex with humans, and we're just okay with that, I guess.
Yeah, it's really weird how nobody ever seems to care about, like, even when Family Guy was popular, people just kind of glossed over that, regardless. Well, it's not hard to be nicer than Jeremy. Well, have you been in Delaware long? Oh, we're in Delaware. That's so funny. No, actually, I just moved here a few days ago. What the fuck?
What the fuck is
Oh,
this? Oh, it's a pause menu. I was like, whoa, don't tell me we have to take a test.
what have you learned so far? I really like it so far, though. Even just the fact that it's been a breath of fresh air. How long have you lived here? Well, I don't care. I want to date Joe Biden. Once he got back from the war, we got married. Even our character isn't interested. Then we had a kid, but there were complications during childbirth, and we lost her. Oh no! But
Why did she
Chody's kind of a
smile?
dick too. It's okay. She's in heaven now. We spent the rest of our days in the home my husband built. We got to be the best auntie and uncle to our nieces and nephews. It's okay. My son died, or daughter, or whatever. But of course, time goes on. My husband passed away 4 springs ago,
I
and I've been here.
understand fully why this old lady gets hit.
I don't really know why we're learning about her. Is she going to be at all important to dating Joe Biden?
She fucking
Is she
better
like
be.
our Is she like our competition? Like, wait, is this Joe Biden's wife? Wait, what is
No,
Joe
Joe
Biden's wife name?
Jill, I
Okay.
think. Yeah, Jill Biden. Yeah, Jill and Joe. Eh.
I'm glad to hear it's a good time here. I've been told not everyone liked it here. Yeah, Chody's literally not interested. He's like, shut up. Well, Jeremy doesn't make it easy. Growing old has its ups and downs, but it's really not so bad. By the way, did you notice that Jeremy is literally not a human? Oh, it looks like someone wants to meet you. I ought to get going anyways. Don't let him bite now. He's the bad boy around here. Please be Joe.
Joe, Joe,
Please be
Joe, Joe, Joe,
Joe.
Joe, 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 Joe,
Joe,
Joe,
Joe, Joe,
Joe,
Joe, Joe,
Joe,
Joe,
Joe,
Joe,
Joe,
Joe,
Joe,
Joe,
Joe.
Joe, Joe. Please be Joe.
Yes, 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 yes. He looks like Hank Hill's dad.
He's so kawaii. I've never seen a man of his age look so cute. He's
Kawaii.
so seductive even. You know what's kind of funny about this is apparently Joe Biden was quite the looker in his youth.
I could see it. It's too bad he's been old for like 80 years.
Yeah, like there's like I've seen like three different memes where it like showed a picture of old Joe Biden and or like young Joe Biden and it was like damn like that dude could have been a model. Hey there, what's your name? He reaches out his hand to shake mine and I comply.
Uh-oh, you better
Oh, Mr.
comply, dude.
Biden. Yeah, he's fucking the POTUS, bro. We got it. Oh, Mr. Biden. I'm Chody. It's so nice to meet you. I'm so nervous. I didn't realize he lived here. Well, this guy is so much more articulate than the real Joe Biden. Well, it's so nice to meet you too, Chody. And please, call me Joe. Of course, Joe. You must be new from around here. Say, where are you from? Me? Oh, okay. I'm from the West Coast, East Coast, South, North, or new to the United States.
Oh wow, let's just say that we're new to the United States. And then
Yeah,
we're
we're new.
immediately going straight for the president. God, what a power play.
Well, gee. Well, let me welcome you to the United States, the greatest country. Oh, they even include a Joe Biden stutter, but not the greatest country in the whole world. If I were to define America in a single
Oh
word,
god, yes, here it comes.
say as Futiwaba.
Have you ever seen that clip?
No.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna fucking pull this shit up right now. Pulling this shit up right. I'm just gonna Google America in one word.
I would say
Here we go.
Ashwatathwa.
Perfect. Here we go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
America is a nation that can be defined in
Are
a
you trying to
single
share
word.
it?
I was going to put him. I was going to put him.
I honestly don't know how to share it.
Yeah,
But if you
let me
just
look
look
it up
up,
too.
yeah, if you look up
Oh yeah,
America in a single word, oh, dude, it's just such a perfect
America
summation of.
in one word.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. I was going to put him.
Asefutema habit.
Oh, fucking Joe
I'm
Biden.
sick and tired. Of what, Joe? I'm just sick and tired. Say, you know what time it is? I think it's 10:30. No, man, it's time for ice cream.
Here it
Why can I
comes.
hear Joe Biden saying those exact words, like even the
Because
movie?
he asked for ice cream while he was giving a speech about a school shooting.
Afterwards, I don't like watching clips of Joe Biden because they make me sad.
They make me inexplicably, I guess, laugh. I don't know. I think maybe the stream disconnected? Maybe?
No, let me look real quick.
Actually, no, I think it's fine. I think it's just paused.
Oh, no, I was looking up Joe Biden saying that he was his own husband. Joey, oh, come on now. Let's go ask Jeremy for some ice cream. You see, I get what I want. I could get whatever you. I could get whatever you want too. You know. Oh my. Hey, Jeremy. What?
Dude, this bitch is gonna get her fucking beef curtains blasted by Biden any minute.
Dude, I hope Jeremy and Joe Biden Eiffel Tower.
I was gonna
Eiffel,
say, just run a train on us.
yeah. I was wondering if my friend and I here could have some ice cream. Haven't you had enough ice cream today, old man? Beat it. Now you listen
Damn.
here, wise guy. You're damn mistaken if you think you're gonna tell me when I've had too much ice cream. Humph. Oh yeah? You're not the one with access to the freezer, are you? I didn't think so. Look, he's even baring his teeth. This won't be the end of this. What a fool.
What a weird way of wording that. This won't be the end of this.
That wasn't very nice. He's my friend. Whatever. He seems to like you, you know. I bet you he could be your sugar daddy. He's probably rich. All you have to do is pretend to like him, and you'll be set. I've never seen him look at anyone like that before. Is Jeremy jealous of Chody right now?
Yeah. See, she has a stupid name, but she's still, like, really hot, you know? Her parents knew that, and that's why they named her Chody, to balance out this fucking... the universe, I guess.
All right, well, we better get ready to serve lunch. I'll see you in the kitchen,
Are we, like, the only two people who work here?
I guess. I guess he's our boss. Wait, no, there was a work group chat. Dear Diary. Today was my first day working at the elderly home. I met Joe Biden. He sure was charming. My coworker Jeremy was a real asshole. And also, he's a fucking dog.
For real,
I
what
really-
the goddamn?
I really want to see other staff members because I really think it would be most funny if every member of the cast is a human except for Jeremy. Really
They're all just
consider-
animals taking care of old people. Anthropomorphic animals, like the next character that shows up is just Big Bird from Sesame Street. And he's like, "Hi, I'm the head chef."
I'd really consider a relationship with Joe if I had the chance. After one conversation about ice cream, I think it would be in violation of my terms of employment if I were to have an intimate relationship with a resident. So I hope I can resist the urge to fall for Joe. It sounds like you already have, Chody, so I'm going to go with option A. Suzine was very nice. I hope to see more of
No,
her.
no, 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 no. We don't want to see more Suzine.
Yeah, we really just want to see Joe. We don't even really need to see any more of Jeremy. I just kind of want to see more Joe Biden. I guess I'm here before Jeremy. Haha. Yeah, this isn't an animal either.
Damn it! I was kind of hoping that the whole like caretaker cast would just all be anthropomorphic animals. That would have been really funny.
I think for one think it's far from funnier that it's just Jeremy. What's up? You're the new caretaker, huh? I guess I'm here before Jeremy. What? What's up? You're the new caretaker, huh?
I don't know why that was so funny.
Yeah, I'm Chody. Hi, Chody. I'm Allie. I hope Jeremy wasn't too rough with you.
Dude, if your name was Chody, how exhausting would it get having to introduce yourself this often? Fuck. I hope Jeremy wasn't too rough with you. I mean, we didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't like the way that she phrased that.
Yeah, we didn't like. Fuck. Nothing I can't handle. Oh. Oh. A slutty response for some slutty innuendo. We could turn this into a lesbian sex scene easily. And then Joe
Nothing
Biden would
I
walk
can't
in and
handle.
ruin it.
The big strong. Yeah, I guess we're gonna start getting into the porn. We might be getting reported to HR. We might be getting reported to HR.
Why did she, like, climax at that? That was weird.
Well, no, because I chose the one that was like the big bad wolf wasn't strong enough.
And now she's like, "Ugh."
Interesting. Werewolf trainer.
You just got a stroke. What?
What?
We just
We just talked to him twice.
we didn't. Yeah, we didn't like get into a fight with him and win. Like the hell?
Was there like a cut scene where we like had an intense hate sex scene with Jeremy, and then like the creators just cut it out? Well, I'm glad
That's
you're
kind of how
settling
what
in
it seems
okay.
like.
It's about time to get ready for Mr. Biden to get his morning bath. He told me he wanted you to do it this time.
I see.
Strange, because he usually likes me to do it. Mr. Biden? He told me to call him Joe. Oh, Chody's kind of a
Oh,
bitch, bro.
damn,
Chody's kind of
dude.
a bitch, bro. Ooh.
Damn, that. Well, we didn't even choose that. That dialogue option just came
No, it's
out.
just, dude, it's just built in. Chody's a bitch.
Women just can't get along, dude.
He told you to call him Joe? Oh, look how mad she is. He's never told me I could call him that. He must see something special in you. Anyways, head over to room 108. That's Mr. Biden's room.
Wow, this
Damn,
chick,
she's pissed.
this bitch is like, she just lost that fucking
Dude,
debate
we took her down, bro. Get fucked, Allie.
for
Get
no
fucked.
reason, too. Absolutely no reason. Just being a fucking harpy.
Look, we're even ending it with the final words. See you around, Allie. See ya. Oh, okay, I guess she's cool now.
Maybe she's just really dumb.
Yeah, I think for me. Joe? Good morning.
What the f-
Yeah, I can't tell if that's supposed to be like a robe or if it's just a poorly drawn censor bar.
I know, like, what is going on here? Oh, no.
Oh my. Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, it's definitely like a
I
sense.
seem to have forgotten my pants.
He's wearing like a Harry Potter invisibility cloak.
Well, it is bath time. Ha ha. Well, you know what I always say. Back when I was always told that the biggest thing was how super sharp you had been, I tell you that, you know how it would be if pants were missing.
He actually said that. These are like all references to his like speeches and shit.
I actually do know that one. Uh-huh. I have no idea what he's saying, but he's so charming.
Oh, good for you, voter.
But back in my day, when you took a bath, you wanted to save water. So when one person was done, you would get in the bath after whoever used it last. Of course, by then, it was cold. By then, the water was cold. That's no good. So one day when I was a kid, I say, I don't want cold water. I want hot water.
Why is he talking all foghorn leghorn? I say, I don't want cold water. I want hot water.
That sounds like a southern dude telling a story. I don't know. So my brother says to me, he says, let's just take a bath together and share the hot water. Boy, those were some good times. You know, I love kids. In fact, I've often said that I like kids better than I like people. You want to see something? Boy, you should see how my hair floats in the water. Okay, Joe, bath. Well, all clean. Oh, the bath scene was cut too? Thanks. Did you see how my leg hair floated?
The kids love touching his hairy legs.
I guess I did. Come on, man. It sounds like you aren't impressed. Let's go get breakfast. Well, breakfast sure was good. Why is this skipping everything in it?
It's trying to get you to the nitty gritty, the hot and heavy.
The real, yeah. But we skipped the bad scene.
Damn. Yeah. For all we know, Joe Biden could have been like fucking slurping the whiskey off our titties in that scene. Damn it. This game sucks.
I really wish I could have, in italics, dessert. Jeremy isn't here today. I can get you ice cream. Well, you remember what Jeremy said about dessert, and that's a standing rule.
Old
You
people.
have no ice cream.
For the rest of your life, Joe. No more ice cream, you fuck. I think we should get him the ice cream, because then he's gonna
Yeah, he's been real nice. You know, his leg hair floated.
he's gonna open up and show
Yeah,
us the real hair on his legs if we get him ice cream.
Yeah, I wonder if his pubic hair floats too.
It's probably like Static X.
You can? Ice cream! Let me go get the ice cream. Achievement unlocked, ice cream. I really hate that all this is getting saved into my hard drive. Alright, let me go get the ice cream. Boy, that sure was good ice cream. Say, do you like ice cream? Ice cream! Ice cream! Two idiots screaming ice cream at each other. Only one is supposed to be in
Could you imagine this escalating into sex? Just ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, and then they're just going at it like rabbits.
I can't imagine it going any other way. You know, we ought to be able to eat ice cream like that more often. The problem is that bully Jeremy. Is he gonna ask us to kill Jeremy?
I hope so.
Reminds me of Corn Pop.
Oh no, not Corn Pop, dude. Corn Pop was a bad dude who ran a bunch of bad guys.
Corn Pop. He was.
Wait, go. Is there a way to go back?
I don't remember how I did it though. I think it's right there.
He never elaborated beyond that. So I always just imagine Corn Pop was like.
I have to watch the Corn Pop again. Yeah. You said it like right as it, like a second before it popped up. Oh my God.
I can like hear it. Oh god, I just gave myself an appendicitis from laughing too hard.
Why did it start?
There's just a little bit of poop on my appendix right now.
In the video, there's a woman with her hair tied up, and and she's just looking at him like, "What the fuck is this old man saying?"
Oh man, Corn Pop's just a bully. It's all good. Alright,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take this quick pause moment to let you know that we do still have sponsors on this podcast all the time. And this is going to be just a little bit of a shout out to our good friends at Dreamco VCR, selling the technology of the 1990s and early 2000s right back into your living room for your entire family to enjoy. All you've got to do, I can't stress the importance of this enough. I need you to remember this, VCR fans out there. When you're finished watching a movie, you gotta goddamn rewind that sucker. Because otherwise you're just leaving in a movie for the next guy and the movie's over and they're just gonna be greeted by credits. And nobody likes that. Then they have to rewind the movie themselves and their popcorn's gonna get all cold and shit. So don't be so fucking inconsiderate. Rewind the movie, okay? That's just a message from our friends over at Dreamco VCR. And Dreamco VCR is, of course, got a C+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They're very, very reputable guys over there. So go to Dreamco and pick up your VCR right now. Using, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, what's the code? What's the code? Go ahead. Go ahead.
We got a promo code. It's, of course, you know, we've been getting some complaints that our promo codes are kind of long and complicated and hard to remember. So just use promo code D. That's it, just the letter D. Just type it into your thing there, and you will get 0.2% off your order. Thank you, Dreamco. I'm supposed to sing a little jingle to, like, play them out.
I feel compelled to say right here, just from an ethical standpoint, to remind our viewers that Netflix is $8 a month.
And you could get a Dreamco VCR on a payment plan for, what, $7 a week? You'll pay that off in no time. You'll pay it off in no time. VCRs are. I think part of the reason.
Wish I would get a different sponsor.
I think part of the reason VCRs are so expensive is because, you know, they're kind of heavy. I feel like a lot of the price just boils down to, damn, this thing's a fucking brick. You know? Makes sense to me.
Does it? Can we get back to love? I hate this sponsor. Can we get back to love with Joe Biden?
Yes.
Okay. Remember, viewers, $8 a month. Joe, he was a bad dude who ran a bunch of bad boys. Yeah, I hate bullies. Say, have you ever had a bully? I have, actually. One time I had one threaten my family, but the crazy part was Joe Biden fell asleep. The bully that was actually the brother of one of my... Joe? Are you sleeping? Huh? I was just resting my eyes. Now, where was I about corn pop? Chody, I need to call up in room 105. But
Uh-oh, someone's dying.
on my way.
Later that
group
day.
chat does not get used very much. I don't see why it's... How did Joe get here?
Yeah, wait, what?
Come on, Allie. He's also in room 105. There's multiple Joes. Come on, Allie. You know I'm trying my best. I mean, my... Joe, my eyes are up here. Sorry, pal. My eyesight isn't what it used to be.
Sorry, pal.
I was just about to say that, too.
Could you imagine just,
Sorry,
like
pal.
talking to, like, a supermodel-looking chick like she's, like, your nephew or something?
While you're checking her out. Uh-huh. Am I interrupting something? Yeah, how did Joe get here? I was just talking to him. Well, I was trying to get Joe to use the stairs. I thought you needed help in room 105. Trying to get him to use the stairs? He talks all the time about how he used to go on walks at the White House, but refuses to exit the elderly home because he won't use the stairs. The little stairs to the front door.
Joe Biden's kryptonite is stairs. We all know this. You are the worst nurses ever.
He hasn't had the best experience with stairs. Or bicycles.
Or just gravity in general. He can't even walk right.
Too. Dear Diary, today was my second day. Today was a good day, especially because Jeremy wasn't there to try to boss us around. Joe seems to like me a lot. I found him quite charming. I don't know why I read that. I'm very eager to see what tomorrow brings next. I can't stop. That was a really pointless journal entry. I feel like the journal entries as a whole probably should have been cut.
Day 2 was kind of uneventful.
Am I the only one here right now? I need help in the comments. Jeremy just doesn't come to work. This guy here. Hurry.
Allie, this poor chick
Joe's just causing so many problems. Jeremy doesn't show up to work except for to bully Joe. Come on, man.
collect his fucking bribe money.
Come on, man. You gonna listen to that guy? No more ice cream? You know it's not up to me, Joe. My job is to make sure everyone is healthy. It's Jeremy in charge of stuff like that. Well, there he is. I've got this from here, Allie. I've got this from here. Oh, I've got this from here, Allie. So what's the problem, Joe? Why you lying, no good, two-faced coward? Someone ought to teach you a lesson, man. Listen, it's just ice cream. Just ice cream? Chody, say something, man. Jeremy, why can't he have ice cream? Listen, I have one job here, and it is not to go out of my way to buy ice cream for this guy. What is your job then? What is my job if not to buy you ice cream? Are you stupid? I handle your medication every day. I make sure Allie is tracking your health condition. I make sure I'll do it. I'll buy his ice cream. Fine. I guess it's not my problem anymore. Why, you are just the greatest. Thanks, Chody.
You can
You've
call
earned his
me.
respect.
You can call me Dr. Ice Cream Joe.
Anything for my Joe. Yeah.
Oh.
Spicy. I've got something to tell you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. He's gonna sniff her hair, dude. Oh god, he's skipping that step. Oh no.
He pulls away with his lips somewhat parted. You smell the seductive scent of morning breath and instant coffee. It was magical. He then leans over to whisper, first kiss achievement unlocked. He then leans over to whisper in your ear, "You taste just like ice." Now he puts his hands on both of your shoulders and
Oh
tilts,
no, here it comes.
burying his nose into your hair. It's just like Joe Biden third base. He takes a. Oh, did you hear the whiff noise?
No, God, it sounded like that noise that comes out of the Slurpee machine at a 7-Eleven when you're getting a Slurpee. It's like
When you're like getting a Slurpee. Take a big long whiff of your hair before turning to where he stood. I think I love you, Chody son. I don't know what to say, Joe. It's just too early. Too early to be using words like that. I got you, pal. It's time for my afternoon nap. I'll see you around. Oh, we rebuffed him. Why?
Oh, he's all sad now. Yeah.
Joe leaves looking disappointed. You can see Suzine walking towards you now, oblivious to what just occurred. Good morning, dearie. Good morning, Suzine. How did you sleep? I slept well and had the most wonderful dream.
Oh, we're
Oh.
stuck talking to this bitch again.
Yeah, it was about my aunt's farm. I don't think you've told me about your aunt's farm. Well, I ought to tell you. When I was a little girl, I spent my summers on my aunt and uncle's farm. My sister's mother, you see. What? What? Wait, what?
My sister's
My sister's mother, you see. Yeah, I guess they just fucked that up. We pick blackberries and make the most delightful blackberry jam. Any blackberries that didn't get turned into jam, we'd make into a pie. That sound, I'm just gonna say, uh-huh. One day, I put strychnine? Strychnine? I've never seen that word written. One day I put strychnine in one
It's
of
a
the
poison.
pies and gave it to my neighbor.
So she just poisoned her neighbor. All right.
What? That bastard didn't know what hit him. What did he do? He did something very bad. Anyway, don't cross me.
Jesus. You know, I was thinking maybe we should just skip this whole conversation, but I'm glad we didn't, because this is clearly going to be important.
Yeah, I think Suzine's gonna try to kill us. Crossing the wrong person is bad around here anyhow. You never know who is good with the boss.
Who's the
I hope I
boss?
don't cross anyone. Keep being a sweetheart, and no one will pay you any mind. Well, you look radiant this morning. I hope you have a great rest of your morning, dearie. I'm gonna go call the cops.
Yeah, what the
there's
fuck?
Allie. How's it going, Chody? Okay. Everything all right with you and Joe? What? No, I'm not worried about Joe right now. I'm worried about the fact that we live with a murderer. Everything
Yeah,
all right with you and Joe?
we
just-
live with a woman who puts strychnine in food.
It's just, he looked upset when he walked away after talking with you. I think I feel violated. It's just moving so fast. Let me guess. He made a move? Yeah, he kissed me and told me that he loved me. Whoa! He's only known you for a few days. I can't believe he'd say that. Well, maybe you could love Joe back too someday. I think I might. It all just feels so confusing right now. Maybe you should head home early. Jeremy and I have things covered. End
Am
of day
I...
3.
Allie is the only one who actually works at this place, from what I've gathered. Jeremy is always... His whole job is to, like, guard the ice cream, and, like, your job is to just entertain Joe.
Dear Diary, today was my 3rd day. Joe kissed me today. I think I hurt his feelings. Tomorrow, I'm going to make up my mind and set things straight. Anyway, there seems to be more to this place than it seems. Again, just not like, why are you just keeping this old woman's secret? Good morning. Oh, God. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you? I'm okay. Don't look so troubled. It's Trivia Tuesday. Oh, tonight, early bird gets the worm, kiddo. It starts in the Commons in a few moments. Joe is hosting it. You call him Joe too? Why, yes. When I first got here, my grandkids came here to wish me a happy birthday. As we all gathered round, I could see Joe gazing intensely at my niece. At first, I thought it was because he took a liking to her. Pretty soon, he got up and walked on over to us. Joe looked at my niece and asked, "Is that chocolate chip ice cream?" Of course he did. Every birthday since, my family brings chocolate chip. Chocolate chip. And every birthday, we let Joe have some. I think he's fine with me calling him Joe. Wow. Oh, trivia's starting. Let's head to the Commons. What a stupid story.
I think this is one of those games that, like, once you get the gist of it, it's like, alright. And then it just kind of dwindles from there. Who knows? Maybe it has a really hilarious ending, but I think at this point...
Holy dear. You really think you can beat me? I win trivia every time. Yeah, I'm done. That was fun.
Oh shit, I thought that I thought that I broke something. Thank God. I was like, oh no, I broke the stream.
No, I just see your point, and I feel like, yeah, I was losing interest.
Man, some of that shit was, like, really funny, though.
Yeah, the Joe Biden references were appreciated. Like, that game was clear. Like, I feel like that's why there was it was just a meme game, but it was very funny.
So, ooh, holy shit. All these topics. That was really good, like, time filler. Holy hell. Well, anyway.
How long have we been going now?
About an hour.
Nice.
This is a left field ass topic, but I've been thinking about replaying the fucking, Spider-Man games.
The new ones?
Yeah. The Miles Morales and the other one. Because the new Spider-Man game looks pretty tight. I was like, huh, alright. That game looks cool. I'm kind of like
Go ahead.
I'm kind of like a sucker for the black suit, in a way. I just remember, like, when I was a kid, I thought that the black suit was, like, the coolest thing. And I was just like, yeah. So I think just that having the black suit in the game is making me more drawn to it.
Yeah, I got kind of bored of the first Spider-Man game after, like, 3/4 of... I don't know, the ending for me just kept kind of dragging and dragging. I could be remembering it wrong, but I never finished it. But I did like it.
I remember liking it a lot, but I kind of played it at the same time that I was playing a bunch of other shit. And I finished it, I did beat it, but, like, I just was playing so many other games around that time that it just sort of, in terms of my memory, it just kind of got sandwiched around a little bit. So I'm gonna try to replay it without playing a bunch of other shit at the same time. And,
not to be like super negative either, but I feel like I'm kind of Spider-Man'd out a little bit.
yeah, I don't know, I'm really, 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 really sick of, just superhero shit in general, and I hate to even say that, because I feel like I say it all the time. I probably say
Well,
it several times per podcast where I'm just like, yeah, I kind of wish that the MCU would just die and this and this and this. But at the same time, the Insomniac Spider-Man games are kind of like my last little bastion of like, I guess, a superhero product that I like, because they're good games, like they're fun. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't like superhero shit anymore. I'm so sick of it. But at the same time, you know, if something's good, I'm not gonna dislike it just because it's a superhero property. Like I still love like the Batman Arkham series, and on the whole, I don't think I'll ever go see a DC movie.
yeah, I think I think DC is pretty stupid. I don't like it that much. I don't really like Batman or Superman or any of them. I used to be into the MCU, but that pretty much ended after Infinity War. I didn't really like Endgame that much. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, but if you think about it, in the past 21 years, we've gotten two Spider-Man trilogies and a Spider-Man duology, like a million Spider-Man games, like 5 Spider-Man TV shows. You know what I mean?
Isn't it weird that like most of the Spider-Man game, I guess maybe this is kind of subjective, but most of the Spider-Man games that have come out over the years have had like pretty terrible reception and are just generally not very well liked. It's kind of weird because Insomniac was almost like the first developer to make a Spider-Man game that people were like, hey, alright, cool. Because before that, everyone was always talking up the fucking,
PS2.
yeah, that Spider-Man 2 game. And that game wasn't bad, but I mean, like, when you compare it to, like, I guess the Insomniac ones that have, like, actual, like, modern production value put into it, it's not even close.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
There was some other game that was, like, on my radar that's coming out. Oh, yeah, there's another Armored Core game, and I don't know shit about those games, really. They're made by From Software, which is kind of a fun fact. And they're kind of like these like mech-based Gundam kind of games or something like that. I played one of the first ones on PS2 when I was a kid. I remember I remember liking it because when I was a little kid, I thought like giant robot suit shit was really cool.
Yeah, I don't really have you pretty much. Yeah, I don't really have anything to add on to that. I pretty much agree. Agree. Yeah.
I'm gonna when this new Armored Core game comes out, I might play it. But I don't know. The older I get, the pickier I get with games that I want to buy.
Yeah, and also it's just I feel like people kind of like I've heard of it, but I've never really gotten into the Armored Core franchise, like you said. Um, I feel like most people kind of get into the franchises they're gonna be into during childhood, and adults don't really like care to find new ones, you know?
Yeah, it depends. I
Sometimes I do, but it's never as like big a fan as I was of like the ones I started in in childhood. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's because like I don't know, you have nostalgic associations with it and you your brain couples it with better times. It's like, yeah, I was a kid and life was great and I liked all this stuff and it was all kind of like formative in a way. And it was cool. I can't really find a like nice solid way to describe it, but I guess that's the gist of it. What else is coming out? Probably nothing. I'm not really super up to date on new release. Oh no! How did I forget about that? Ooh, this isn't even on my topics list, but that fucking Lord of the Rings Gollum game came out. Whew! That's bad. I haven't played it, but I can tell that it is phenomenally shitty. That game looks so bad. Have you heard anything about that game?
I have not, but I would love to hear about it.
So, the first of all, why would they? I'm fascinated at the idea that someone was like, yeah, let's make a Lord of the Rings game where you play as Smeagol. That's like,
Oh, yeah, I
that's like,
have heard about that. My bad, my bad.
that's like if you made like a Star Wars game and you had all the budget to do that, and then you made the main character like
Jar
R2D2 or
Jar.
something. Yeah,
Jar Jar Binks, yeah.
Jar Jar. That's yeah. But fucking
Jar Jar the game.
this game is just literally what's wrong with modern gaming in a nutshell. Pretty much, it's first of all, the graphics are like genuinely terrible. Like this game looks like absolute shit. And the PC system requirements are nuts. Like you got to have a fat fucking PC build to even think about handling this game on like the lowest settings. And visually, the game is a train wreck. It is not a good looking game. There's nothing about it that's visually impressive. Like you could play Lord of the Rings Gollum on a PC and it's going to struggle and the frame rate's going to chug the whole way and it's going to crash on you. On that very same PC, you could play Elden Ring flawlessly at like 120 frames per second. And the same fucking PC can't run Gollum because it's a poorly optimized, shitty game. But aside from that, the game itself, just gameplay-wise, horrible. Like the whole thing is you're just kind of like, it's basically a chore simulator, so you're just kind of Smeagol style leapfrogging your way around these levels, doing random chores. I know at like the beginning of the game, you're like a slave in Sauron's dungeon, and you just have to do a bunch of like random slave chores, and then to complete each level, you gotta go back to your bed in your cell and sleep, and then it's like the next day. And then it's like, alright, your job today is to go stack some rocks, or whatever. It's like, oh, bad.
And you know what's kind of funny is I feel like a Gollum-centric story could be interesting, but definitely not from a video game.
Oh yeah, for sure. He does have like a lot of lore, but I don't know, it's hard to even want to play as a character like that because he's such a like just despicable piece of shit.
Like this
And
distinct little shit.
it's like if a game like if you're playing a GTA game and the main character is just like a blatant meth head who like murdered his entire family, and then the game was like, this is your protagonist, hope you like him. And it's like, thanks, I don't.
Yeah,
But
it's always weird when games. I guess it doesn't happen. I can't even. I can think like I know it's vaguely happened before, but I can't think of many examples. But it's weird when games are like, you're gonna play as this really weak fucker who can't really do anything. Like it's just a sneaking game.
yeah. And there's
Because
definitely
most games
like,
are like a power trip, you know?
yeah. And I used to like stealth games have never really been my thing just because it's not my style of gameplay. But there's some great stealth games out there. Like the Splinter Cell series is fantastic. Metal Gear Solid, some of my favorite games of all time. There's amazing stealth games, and there's ways to make stealth gameplay very 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 fun. And I think if you do it correctly, it can actually be like way more satisfying to sneak around a group of enemies and be all methodical and shit than it is to just kind of John Wick your way through them. But overall, yeah, I agree. And the thing with the Smeagol gameplay is there really isn't combat in it. Like the only real combat is when you sneak up behind an orc and then you do this like annoying like rapidly button mashed X to kill him. It's like a strangle move thing, and it's just like, come on, man. Compare that with like Metal Gear Solid, where when you sneak up behind an enemy, you're given like 3 choices. You're like, all right, I can kill this guy, I can knock this guy out, or I can grab him, drag him into a corner, and interrogate him, and then potentially learn more about like the layout of the level, where more enemies are stationed, you know, where I can find intel, shit like that. It's nuts how Metal Gear Solid's an old game too, and it had like all these advanced mechanics. It's like why is this shit seemingly downgrading? I shouldn't say that. Like it's definitely on a case by case basis, but still. Some developers are just ass at this shit.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of times too, like it's just they probably realized it was a stupid like idea and a bad game like halfway through developing it, but it's like at that point, what do you do, you know?
Yeah, and it's like, there's people who are like, "Oh, don't hate on the developers," and it's like, yeah, I kind of agree, and definitely, it's not good to like harass or people or anything like that. Don't ever do that, but uh, like a lot of people are trying to like shield this game from all sorts of criticism. Just like, oh, come on, the developers worked hard and nobody wants to work hard on something that sucks. And it's like, yeah, but
I hate that goddamn like defense because it's like someone working hard on something doesn't mean it's not like it doesn't remove its ability to be criticized, you know?
exactly. I don't like, I just don't like the mentality a lot of people have around criticism in general now, where there's people that are just, I think, overly critical in the wrong ways, and then there's people that are like too anti-criticism, and it's like, there's got to be a balance. You got to be able to look at literally anything and be able to criticize it, because that's how we grow and evolve and do better. Because people criticize our shit, and then we look at that criticism, and then we're like, oh, okay, so I need to improve following these steps, or I need to do more of this and less of this. And if you don't have that, then you're just kind of sustaining a certain level of mediocrity, and that sucks. But then there's obviously people that take it the other way, where they're just so deeply cynical about everything, and it's just like, okay, what do you like? Like,
Yeah. And everybody has like standards and it's okay to set your bar, but I hate it when people are like, you can't criticize things because this person tried their best. And it's like,
yeah.
yeah, this isn't preschool, dude. Like the whole point of art is to criticize it. That's
And
like
I'm
how the
sure,
artist themselves improves.
and getting criticized in the moment hurts for sure. Like, it sucks. It makes you feel like shit. But then later, when you're, more clear-headed and you can reflect on it, you're like, okay. Of course, there's some people that aren't really capable of that, which sucks. But, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of just goes into this whole modern idea that like everything needs to be feel good and kind all the time and blah blah blah.
Yeah, it
It's like,
sucks.
nah, sometimes you got to be honest.
Sometimes you just got to start judging people. I mean, judging them on every single factor you can think of. Gender, race, everything. All of it.
Are you proud of your sexism?
Absolutely. My mom raised me under one harsh saying. Son, this country was much better before we gave women the right to vote.
I have no comment.
I'm trying to think if that's something my mom would say. My mom's one of them. She's one of them self-hating women.
Joe Biden funny meme moments.
There are definitely like women out there that are like that, though. You see them on Fox News all the time. We're just like, it's so weird to hear them say it, dude. But they're like, yeah, I kind of wish I just legally wasn't allowed to vote. And it's like, what?
Rash Sanook. I'm
All right.
trying my best.
I was gonna do this segment where, speaking of being a cynical bitch, I just talked about. I was gonna do a segment where I try to like I just try to talk shit about something that I really like. And my introduction into doing that was gonna be Elden Ring, because on this podcast I've sucked Elden Ring's dick quite a bit in my time. And I was going to do a segment where, I just, find a bunch of shit about the game that I don't like. And my goal was to make it seem so out of proportion that I just didn't even like the game. Like, my goal was literally just to take something I love and then take it out back and beat the shit out of it and then shoot it. And then be like, oh, but it's still good. I still like it. Trust me. But then as I started like listing some things, I started getting like way too picky, and then my list just got way too long, and I started talking about like very overly specific things, and then I realized maybe I don't want to do this segment anymore. Because I was like, yeah, I mean, it just kind of makes it seem like not only hate the game, but it seems like I hate the game for some pretty stupid, like, nitpicky ass reasons. Like,
Well, I have a topic, and it's a little bit less of a funny one. It's just kind of a simple little review. So I recently played Jedi Survivor because I'm a big Star Wars fan. Not necessarily a big current Star Wars fan, but I do have lots of love for the franchise. And I'm happy to say that I loved Fallen Order. Serviceable sequel. Kind of sucked that it was performing so bad at first, but they patched it pretty quickly, which was good.
I remember that,
Um,
yeah.
but to kind of get into the nitty gritty of it, I love the character work. The emotional beats hit really well. The combat was way better than Fallen Order, which was already good. Um, New enemies were good. Lots of different mechanics that were added, including a buddy mechanic where like someone like an AI will help you, which I've never really seen in a Souls like before. So it definitely innovated. And if Fallen Order was like basically just a carbon copy of Dark Souls with a Jedi with a Star Wars skin on it, um, Survivor definitely kind of it's still a Souls like, but it definitely kind of went off in its own direction, and added a bunch of its own mechanics. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, but the plot was like was a 6 out of 10 to me, unfortunately, because while it was pretty good in the middle, the beginning was very contrived, and the ending was a little odd. Like it made sense, but it was a little strange in my opinion. Just like some of the choices that were made. Um, Basically, overall give the game an 8 out of 10. And those are
Fuck.
my thoughts.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I like haven't played it yet. I'm probably gonna play it. But it took me a while to finally play Fallen Order 2. I waited like almost a year until after that game came out before I played it. But I really liked Fallen Order, so I'm probably definitely gonna play this one at some point. It looks really good. I think the combat just looks fun. I think the way that these games do lightsaber combat is just like the best in any Star Wars game. Like they just know how to make the lightsabers feel good. And of course the
Yeah,
force powers are fun, but like to me I just feel like the lightsabers just feel right in these games.
yeah, and I'm proud to say, or I'm happy to say that it's no like, and you know how in Fallen Order the lightsaber was kind of like a bat whenever it was against a living person.
Yeah.
In this game, you can actually slice limbs off and shit, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
And
tight.
I forgot to say this when I was talking to the when I was talking about the plot. But basically, the beginning is really weird because it starts out with Cal kind of just doing like rebel missions and stuff, and then he literally like goes to a planet where his friend is at and accidentally stumbles upon like I'm not even kidding, like he basically trips over it. He like trips over a Jedi artifact that kickstarts the whole plot. And I know it's kind of hard to ascribe the whole like, oh, that was really convenient because if you think about it, all um all plots and stories rely a little bit on convenience, but that just felt like very convenient. I don't have any other way of putting it. To the point where like it was one of those things where it was very obvious someone wrote this. And
Yeah.
whenever you're playing a video game or reading a book or watching a movie, you want to get immersed, you want to feel like this is a natural series of events that could happen. And when the author's hand is seen or the writer's hand is seen, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, I hate that kind of shit too. Especially when it's something that's major to the story and it's like, ah, come
So
on.
like to get more specific without like it's the beginning of the game, but to not get into spoilers, he goes and visits his friend, and while he's in the process of visiting his friend, he looks over at like an entryway that he finds, and he's like, "Huh, well, I guess we better check that out." And then he goes down there, and he's just like, "Whoa, I found this really super secret Jedi thing." And I guess the whole game's about this now. And so, yeah, it's very, very strange.
They're like all trying to like, do rebel shit and defeat Sith, and then they suddenly find a treasure map and they're like, whoa, guys, look, buried treasure. X marks the spot. Let's go.
The middle is pretty good. One of the things that I kind of like that they touched on was Jedi in the before the Order 66 times. They didn't really have to be that violent, and even when they were only being violent usually against like droids and stuff.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see at a certain point in the game a character calls Cal out and is like, "How are you any different than me? You've killed literally like hundreds and hundreds of people." And Cal kind of has to reflect on the fact that whether or not he likes it, he is a violent person, and that is affecting him, you know? Because you know how in most games there has to be that like cognitive disconnect where
That just gave me a hard like GTA 4 flashback.
and you know how in most games there has to be that cognitive disconnect where it's like, yeah, I'm playing as the protagonist. I mean, I'm mowing down like tons of people, but I'm playing as the protagonist. I like how they kind of made that a plot point and they made it so Cal kind of had to acknowledge it, you know?
One of my favorite video game moments was like, so in GTA 4, like, I almost said spoiler alert for a really old game, but yeah, Nico spends like a big part of the game hunting down this dude who betrayed him when he was in the military and killed all of his friends. And when he finally like finds the guy, he learns that the dude sold him out for $1,000 and some drugs. And then Nico like freaks out and he's like, "You killed all my friends for $1,000?" And then the guy just kind of like looks at Nico and he's like, "How much do you charge to kill somebody?" And it's just like, it kind of dawns on you that you're like, yeah, I'm playing GTA and everything's cool, but it's like, man, I've killed a lot of fucking people in this game. This guy's right. Most of these people I've killed for free.
Yeah, I like it when games like make that a plot point because it is when you realize it in a lot of games, you're like, wait a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to know a game that has the funniest example of ludonarrative dissonance like that is Uncharted. Uncharted is like this happy-go-lucky story about a bunch of friends going to get treasure, but you spend all of the gameplay just mowing people down with guns and bullets and grenades and fucking all sorts of shit, and it's like, I think Nakey Jakey said it best. He was like, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception? More like Drake's decision to kill 1,000,000 people.
So Yankee Jakey came back out of hiding.
Yeah, his new Elden Ring video is the best. It's so good. It's so funny and it's so on the money. I'm just gonna
Such a funny dude. Like,
I'm just gonna have sex with Nakey Jakey, TBH.
Yeah, I'm pretty gay for him. What was I gonna say? I hate to say it, like I hate because I was just complimenting him. This is kind of like a needless bash against him, but I really hate to say it. His music is garbage.
I've never heard it, so I don't know.
If you go on his YouTube
I'll
channel,
take your word for it.
if you go on his YouTube channel and look it up, it's like, you know how, I don't know, he's like trying to be like a mumble rapper or something, and it's mixed really bad. So the music is like, it sounds like the music is playing in the room that he's in, and it's like drowning out his voice. And and the music videos that I've seen of him that he made are just pretty not good.
I don't know why I think this is so funny. You're just suddenly roasting him. It's like anyone
complimented it.
anyone listening to this is just like, God, these guys just suck.
ChatGPT was like, didn't even have to try to make us sound like we suck.
It just knew us already. I wonder, can we get ChatGPT to like listen to like a few episodes of this and then get a feel for us, and then write like a really accurate tale?
We would need to transcribe one of the episodes into like text and feed it into it.
Damn.
Which it would take a little bit of work, but you could just listen to like 3 minutes of the podcast, type it out in like a script style where it's like Cody, Cody, what are those two dots called? Cody,
why am I having trouble? Oh, a colon.
colon, that's right. I couldn't think of it. Cody colon, then write what you say, then Chase colon, write what I say. It would take a little bit of work, but I bet like then you would have to just say analyze the host. I'm gonna feed you a transcription of a podcast. Please analyze the personality of the two hosts.
So we're gonna go ahead and form a gang. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I am ready to establish my brand and my presence on the street.
I think you're gonna get killed pretty quick.
No. So I want to kind of be like the Sharps. You know the Sharps.
No.
The skinheads against racial prejudice. So what we do is we're gonna make like an anti-ISIS gang called the Temet. That stands for Terrorists Against Middle Eastern Terrorism. And we're gonna wear the exact same baklavas and bandanas and AK-47s and turbans and all that shit. Because what the Sharps have shown me is that it's really, really, really funny if you make a gang with like ideas that oppose a certain ideology, but you dress just like the people you're opposing. So imagine if we made like an anti-Hitler gang and we all went around with like the funny hairdo and the half mustache and the like fucking big brown coats. And then we're wondering the whole time, why don't people like us? I just don't get it. What are we doing that's so offensive? So anyway, I'm gonna make some.
Anymore?
Do they what?
Are skinheads really even a thing anymore?
I'm sure they probably are in prison. They have to be.
Well, but that's the Aryan Brotherhood.
I mean, isn't that kind of like a tomato?
Well, yeah, but the organizations do.
Wouldn't it be funny if Aryan Brotherhood and skinheads hated each other?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure there's a reason that there's different names for the different like Nazi organizations. It's because they don't agree on everything.
Plus, there's like we talk about this a lot, but there's the KKK and their fucking gay ass stupid shit. But they're like, oh, I'm the Grand Master of the Dungeon Dojo, or
They really lean into that dorky white boy thing. Like, come on, bro. Like, what?
That like fucking like Dungeons and Dragons kind of shit.
Like, why are you naming like it's just so stupid, and it's like I don't know. It's stupid because it's the KKK and all Nazi groups are stupid, but like,
do they role play?
They kind of seem to. They like their meetings are like super Knights of the Round Table-y and shit, from what I understand. Fucking weirdos.
I can't remember like what David Duke's official like rank is in the. It's something dumb. I'm gonna look it up. He's like a like official Grand Wizard or something. Let's see. He's a Grand Wizard of the Knights of the Ku Klux. Good God, what a bunch of like actual nerds.
Oh, he's still alive too.
That is nuts.
Why are white supremacists always the like most genetically fucked up dudes to ever walk the earth? Like his eyes are pointing in two different directions.
Because white supremacists have got to choose the most Beautiful people to represent their cause and prove their point. Are you ready for the Cosmic Dawn? Hello from 99, you fan me.
I'm a little bit bored.
You remember that era where they kept making penguin movies? Over and over and over, just penguins, penguins, penguins. March of the Penguins, Happy Feet, Happy Feet
Yeah,
2,
really
Surf's
do
Up.
that. That's really weird. Why did they do that?
I don't know. I guess there was like a little stretch of time there where they were like, man, penguins are really selling. Maybe it was because humanity had just discovered penguins. And we were like, damn, these are cool. Look at these little guys. Could you imagine what a nightmare it would be if we were to discover a new species? It would be nothing but fucking movies and documentaries for the next 10 years on Netflix. It'd be like, oh, the narwhals, the movie, or shit, whatever.
Wasn't there a phase where did you already talk about the penguins of Madagascar?
Oh, I remember those. Yeah, I remember that. Those like special forces ass penguins.
I don't know, maybe penguins just lend themselves to being cartoons because they're just like round and squishy looking.
Yeah, plus the kids love them. Do you plan on enrolling your children in public schools?
Absolutely not. No.
I think that's a very bigoted thing to say.
No, it's not because of anything like that. It's because that's where people get shot.
I could somehow make that bigoted.
I mean, it would be very easy to nowadays because
I think it's I think it's
you know
insensitive that you're depriving some deranged shooter of his ventilation outlet source or whatever.
Jesus Christ. Cut that, cut that, cut that, cut that.
All right, I cut it. I'm so good at editing.
Yeah, editing does take place in real time. I'm glad that we're finally starting to talk about that as a community. It's time to do away with the myth that it all occurs after the fact. I mean, you don't really do any editing for this, do you? You kind of just upload it.
Sometimes, yeah, most of the time. Sometimes I mean, I never edit anything out or anything, but sometimes if there's like a clip that I want to edit in, like I want to start doing recaps that are like funny, but I want to get better at making the recaps, and I want them to just be as funny as possible to the point where I'm just literally crying when I listen to it, and then
You should
I'll.
get one of those voice synthesizers to make like Joe Biden do our recaps.
That's not a bad idea, actually. We could also, I've been thinking we could use Chat GPT as maybe like a dungeon master for our own like Dungeons and Dragons scenario. And I mentioned this before, but we could do one where it's just either you and I preventing 9/11 or you and I on a mission to assassinate Osama bin Laden or Hitler or Genghis Khan. It can be anyone.
Have you heard of the Great Party Switch?
I've heard of the Great Nintendo Switch. Make it sound like a cultural movement and not a product. The Great Nintendo Switch of 2023.
The Nintendo Switch is was like already outdated when it came out, and people are still playing it.
Yeah, I just think Nintendo needs to go all in on a powerful console with good hardware and a higher price point.
They
Because
tried that with the Wii U and it failed.
third-party games are terrible on the Switch because of the weak-ass hardware. Like, third-party games literally run on the bare minimum performance settings on the Switch, and they still run like shit.
Oh yeah, the hardware in it is almost 12 years old. Um, it's older. Like it's funny, it came out after the PS4 and the Xbox One, but it has older hardware. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but they did try that with the Wii U. Like the Wii U was like more powerful than um the 360 and the PS3, but it kind of flopped. Not kind of, it did flop. It was Nintendo's biggest flop, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I even knew anybody who had a Wii U, and almost everybody I knew had a Wii. I was like the odd one out by not having a Wii. But the Wii U
I had
rolled
a,
up, people were like, no.
I had a Wii and we used it for like a month and then it gathered dust for the rest of its existence.
Well, it's weird. I mean, I guess not weird, but like the Nintendo Switch, like the actual exclusives are like, they're pretty good for the most part because Nintendo pretty much uses in-house developers that know how to optimize their games well for the Switch, which a lot of that just boils down to art style and creating a game that looks good because it doesn't necessarily need to have crazy hardware. Like Tears of the Kingdom, for instance. Like, I think that game looks good, but it's mostly just because of the cartoony, kind of lighthearted style. At the end of the day, if the game wasn't stuck running on the Switch, I think it'd look a lot better. But, I don't know. I don't. I don't have a Switch.
Yeah, I never had a Switch either. I don't know, like it seems like the only reason to really get one because it's too weak to be like a competitive home console anymore. Um, is to have it for the handheld, and I just really don't give a shit about playing games when I'm not at my house.
Same. I used to think handheld shit was cool, but now it's just like when I'm not at home, I'm too busy to do handheld type shit. I'm like always in the middle of something when I'm out of the house, so I never have time. When I was a kid, sure, like yeah, when you're a kid, you're always like at school and you get lots of breaks and you're on the bus or whatever. So yeah, when you're a kid, I think it's totally fun to bust out something like that and play it. But as an adult, I just don't have time. And if I do have time, it's because I'm already at home and I'm already in front of my TV, so I just
Yeah,
don't need it.
and two things. One, like you always see like in the advertisements people using it on like public subways and buses, which like I would never do with something. I'm scared to take my phone out on the fucking light rail. Like that's just like
Yeah, for real.
people will just yank it out of your hands and run away. Um, but then also it's just like I don't know, I don't take shit like that. I'm always driving. And as an adult, like I feel like it just is like I hate to be this guy, but it's just a little cringe to be out in public and just whip out a Nintendo Switch, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
uh, I
the
agree.
Steam Deck looks cool, but still same sort of issue.
Yeah, I agree. I am Peter Ben Kingsley, and I agree with your point. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and change my name now. My name is actually my name is actually Nigel. Imagine you're meeting someone for the first time and they like tell you their name, and then they're like, wait a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and change my name. And then they tell you something different. It's like, wait, oh, okay. You sure you don't want to change it again? Oh, I actually wasn't a fan of that first answer I gave you. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and go with another choice. Can you give me a multiple choice question answer type thing? Give me a couple
Yeah,
names and I'll pick one.
yeah. Uh, David Duke, Sean Pence, Donald Trump, um, David Vitter.
Mike Pence. Mike Pence. Dude, Mike Pence, that dude's been in the fucking news lately, bro. Did you hear that guy's like married to a girl? A fucking weirdo. Did I have any more topics? Alright. So, alright, cool. So my first topic is the Minecraft movie. We're just going back now. We're just rolling it
Coming
back.
out April 4th, 2025.
Ew. I can't believe they're like hyping this movie years in advance. The balls on these people. Granted, aren't they doing the same with the Barbie movie? Like, I keep thinking that this stupid fucking Barbie movie's coming out, like, tomorrow. And it just... I've never seen a movie get this much marketing. This shit is aggressive. This movie is... There's no way this movie's not gonna make, like, $100 fucking trillion at the box office. This Barbie movie is gonna be insane. And it's just like...
Apparently, it caused a pink paint shortage.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, well, they're doing it up right. They're doing it up Barbie style, man. That's that's the way it's got to be. If you're making a Barbie movie and the world has pink paint left in its storage whatever's, its pink paint glands. That was a weird way of describing that. Pink paint glands. But yeah. Yeah, they're more power to them. Fuck pink paint. I don't know why I'm like subtly rooting for this movie.
Oh, it looks fun.
Maybe it's because Margot Robbie's in it and she's like, you know.
I don't know, from what I've seen, it just kind of looks like a movie like that's not like, you know how when they try to make these movies based on really obscure things, like you remember the Battleship movies and shit?
Yeah.
They always like seem to try to take it like super seriously, and it kind of just looks like they're making a comedy. So it doesn't look like bad. Like
they should make a Hungry Hungry Hippos movie that's like a crime drama with like, you know, mafia hippos. That'd be pretty cool. It's all about like Tony the Hippo trying to rise through the ranks of his mafia family. And it's just hungry, hungry hippos, because they're all hungry for that dough, you know? That's a good idea. I should pitch that.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is there any other good topics here? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, this is an alright one. What's the absolute, like, worst alcohol you can think of?
Absinthe.
That's a pretty good answer, actually. My default answer is I can't even look at a picture of a bottle of UV blue without feeling my fucking stomach turn. UV blue and UV red. There was the two nasty ass vodkas that pretty much like followed me through high school. And I had some great times with them, don't get me wrong. But I also got like really violently sick and hungover on UV blue more times than I can count. It was, oh fuck, I hate UV blue. That shit is nasty. Nasty. I actually just now recently learned what it actually is. It's just vodka. But I never really like thought about it before.
Yeah, vodka is pretty gross too.
If you want like a really brutal hangover and just want to feel like complete shit for an entire day, get like really fucked up on tequila. I hate tequila. Those hangovers are dick.
For me, tequila goes down pretty smooth. But yeah, the hangover is dick.
Hangover. I just now recently like learned how much of a disparity there is with like vodka and like price points. Like expensive vodka is genuinely really good compared to like the cheaper shit. Cause like I don't know, I've tried like Kettle One. It's so good. It's like actually smooth. It almost doesn't even taste like vodka. But then when you try, you know, like, you know, Svedka or Smirnoff or something like that, it's very, very, very vodka-y. And it's like, ugh. Ugh. Like,
I haven't really been that much lately though.
I was a lot for like the past 3 days, and then tonight I'm like, alright, I'm gonna take a break. Because one of these times I'm gonna get hungover, and that's just gonna not be fun. I fucking hate hangovers, I really do. I never have the resources to deal with them. So I always just end up drinking water and sitting there like, Morty, I need you to go get me some Pedialyte, Morty. Run to the store for me, Morty, and get, dub it out for me. And that's pretty much how it goes. Damn, that like that like took it out of me. Doing that voice is kind of exhausting. Whatever. I can't. We can't make fun of Justin Roiland anymore because it turns out he's like innocent of that crime, but he might just, you know, I've heard he's kind of a douchebag in other ways, but who cares?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Rick and Morty, so I just really don't give a shit.
I haven't seen it in good couple of years at least. I think I kind of stopped watching after season 3, and it wasn't necessarily like I was just like I had a problem with it or anything. I didn't really make a conscious decision to stop watching it. I just kind of just did. It was like, whatever. It was good while it lasted, but my sense of humor, I think, kind of just changed over time, and I don't think I would really laugh at it anymore. Who knows, though? There's plenty of shows that I watch that I don't actually laugh at, which is really weird. Like, I just have kind of this thing where, like, I'll have, like, a comfort show, and I don't care, like Bob's Burgers, for instance. I've probably seen every episode of Bob's Burgers twice, and I don't think I've ever even laughed at that. Like, I don't think that show has ever even made me giggle. But there's just
Yeah, that
something...
show is very dry comedy.
Yeah, but like there's something about it that my brain is just kind of okay with, you know? Like I don't mind when it's on. The plots are like easy to follow and like the characters are fairly endearing and it just kind of is what it is. Like it's I don't love it. It's not a show that I'm going to actively like watch if I, you know, really want to put effort into watching something good. But it, like I don't mind when it's on. It's almost like a comfort show, even though like I genuinely don't think I've ever even like exhaled out my nose while watching it. Like,
Yeah, it's hard to like because I agree with you. It's not like a ha funny show, but it's like a like just dry comedy. I don't know how else to put it. Like it's almost American British comedy.
I also really hate the music. Like every time they do that like song number that they do in every episode, I fucking hate that. That shit just always makes me cringe. It's always so like unfunny and over the top and like the thing about Bob's Burgers is like you start to realize that like you know there's like an equal amount of like women and men in that show, but all the characters are voiced by men. So it starts to get kind of grating after a while listening to like the women talk because they all sound like this, Bob. And it's just like, oh Jesus Christ.
They're all voiced by a dude.
Yeah. Like Tina. I can only listen to Tina talk for like, you know, a couple minutes. And it's just like, oh God, stop. There's only, I think, like, what's her face? The kid with the bunny ears. I can't think of her name. She's like the only one who's voiced by like an actual woman. Yeah, Louise. Which it would be
She's
honestly,
the funniest character in the show.
it would honestly be hilarious if she was voiced by a dude too. Like she should just have like the same voice as like the dad, H. John Benjamin. That dude's like he's funny. I think he's funny. He just sounds like he's on Xanax in every show, except for Archer. He's a little more energetic on Archer. Well, he's a pretty funny dude.
It's really funny to think that H. John Benjamin voiced both of those guys.
Yeah. What do you think about the whole situation in the hashtag Benghazi? Am I right? Fucking 420.
Benghazi.
Dude, Mello, you're being kind of a narc right now, dude. You're just being a little bit narcoleptic right now. You're like sitting here, you're fucking eating Chipotle in my face, and you know I'm on a hunger strike.
Well, we've been going for about 2 hours now. I probably gotta take a shower and get ready for bed.
Nice. Same. Yeah, I'm probably going to follow you into the shower.
Nice.
We'll save some water. We'll
Nice.
save the hot water. We'll make Corn Pop proud or whatever.
Dude, Corn Pop was a bad dude who run a group of bad boys.
He did. These last 2 episodes have actually been really long. This has been almost 2 hours. We're like an hour and 55. The last episode I think was over 2 hours. So it was like, yeah, they're long, which is good. That's good. We're here to just give the people what they want, you know. It's all good. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode of Big Black Dixon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If not, go ahead and leave a dislike. See what I care. It's really see what I care. You're not hurting anybody's feelings.
Boop, boppity.
But yeah, that'll be it. Goodbye.